Yes.
Yeah, baby. You know what that sound means. It's another episode of Rated G with Gary G. Garcia and Brian T. Licata. We're here again. It's your boy, Gary G. Garcia. That's me, along with my partner in misinformation, Brian T. Licata, and our special guest. Seems like our third mic lately.
Nice to be here.
Adam
Gabel.
Gabel.
Hold on a second. I got to go get my nuts to eat on the podcast.
Does the G stand for Gable and Rated G? That's kind of what it seems like.
Oh.
Yeah, right. We were supposed to let everybody know about the back. Supposed to have Ray on the show, but Ray just called. He had to cancel. He had something major importance to take care of. But yeah, man. I mean, listen, it would have been nice to have him, but it was a little crowded anyway. So we'll rock and we'll roll. We got Adam here, man. Adam's out here again in AC, baby. If you're out near AC, come check us out tonight. We got an awesome show last night. And
is it Scoop tonight? Do you have Scoop in town? Or is that next week?
I just told you who it is tonight. Adam Gabel.
Oh.
I'm the special guest. I'm here. I was at Resorts last night. Resorts again tonight at 9:00, and I think you can see me at Claridge's.
Yeah, Claridge at 8:00.
Even though I'm not on the billboard there, but I think you're gonna see me.
No, he's gonna drop in, which makes coming to AC jokes so special, man. We always have comics just dropping in. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You never know who you're gonna catch at AC jokes. I mean, you know who you're gonna catch, but you never know who else you're gonna catch.
You never know what you're gonna catch
in AC.
I do like though that the lineups are actually accurate now. That was the thing that used to piss me off, dude. Like 5 years ago, I tried making like lineup sheets, and they would just never be right. It was they were never accurate.
It's hard to have a right lineup when everybody's jumping off the show last minute, taking knees. I'm gonna take a knee.
Oh, I thought you meant like they not like in Times Square when they'd be like Tina Fey's going to be on the show tonight. Not like that kind of inaccuracy.
No.
Just like all those people who were like, but I'm really disappointed because you said Matt Bridgestone was going to be here and I showed up and Matt Bridgestone is not here.
Yeah, but they would be happy about that. They wouldn't be disappointed. They'd be excited.
I'm just saying that people would be disappointed that, whatever merch they bought, they were planning on buying. They couldn't get that merch.
Right. So what's going on, guys?
Brian, you're looking you're looking good today.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Your hair's looking pretty good. Your beard is tight.
Yeah. What do you think about the long hair? Should I keep it long?
Is it long?
Should I shorten it down? You see how it's getting like a little messy over here on the sides?
The back of it's getting a little. I mean, you might want to take a little off the sides.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, a little off the sides and the back. Keep the top. Okay. The top looks all right. I don't think the top's too long, but the back is starting to get that.
It's a little. It's a little John Travolta at the end of Grease. It's a little. You're the one that I want for me. I think.
You're the one that I want.
Or you know what you do? Do it like fucking Fonzie and make the duck ass.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Dude, that. Should I bring the duck back? Because my hair, when I comb it back, it goes right into that little ducktail.
Oh, it does? That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, right now it's not doing that. Right now it's kind of like doing this. It's getting like this. I wonder how you would look if you just let it all grow out. What kind of long hair would you have? It would be like that, like Slash, right?
Well, the only time that I've ever really done it is when I've been like on drugs.
What was the longest your hair ever been?
I mean, it's probably another 2 months past this, but it really doesn't.
So you never went to the shoulders.
No, because it doesn't go down. It goes out and it gets wavy. It gets like denser and it goes like my head gets
grow
bigger.
Out, man. Let's see.
I've been there.
Should we do it?
I think you should do no shave summer.
Oh, that's the worst. The worst time to like
in the heat of the city.
Summer. Oh, it's awful. I can't even get past.
Well, I mean, it's not going to be hot.
It's
going to be raining and freezing.
For me, growing a beard is like micro dosing acid because I can do it for like 3 weeks, but then I start to want to like rip my face off.
That's a really good analogy, yo.
Oh my god, dude, that was great.
That's a really good analogy, man. I like that. That was actually good. I could do it.
Actually good.
Yeah, it was actually good.
Actually good.
That doesn't mean like you don't actually do good things on a regular. I didn't say surprisingly good. I said actually good. That was good. I'm not being like, what do you want me to say? You know what I'm saying? What do you want me to say?
No, it's me. I find the worst. I was talking to that we were walking into the show. I meant to tell you this. We were walking into the show, and some couple I don't know. They saw me. They waved to me. I didn't recognize them, but the guy's name was Manly, and he said it in a very feminine way. You know what I mean? So I
sound like someone you dated.
No, just someone who had seen me here before. So the guys, I remember that. The woman waved to me, and I thought for a second I knew them. And Natalie, the she's doing the door at the show last night. She goes, "It seemed like they knew you." And I go, "Yeah, I feel like I recognize them." And I go, "She didn't seem very happy to see that I was here." And Natalie goes, "I didn't get that at all." So that was the point. That I was reading.
That's because you always think everybody's unhappy to see you.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Always I'm like, nah, it's not what it is, man.
You're a lot of fun to be around. I don't know why you think that.
I think so too.
Well,
Hallie Templeton says, "Hey, losers, first time commenter. Welcome to the show." And I love the fact that that we're losers. Like, so we're not gonna, you set the bar nice and low for us, Hallie. We appreciate it. Big hater. I love that.
She's
being with us.
She's a friend of mine for a long time. She was a page actually
she was a page
she was
too.
Down there when I was getting diddled by the congressman.
Is she the one that you used to go to after? Did you used to go there after and have to like cry on the shoulder as you questioned your manlyhood? And she would tell you, "Listen, it's just what you got to do if you want to be a congressman one day." One day you're just gonna, listen, if you want to make it anywhere in life, you're gonna have to put a couple of dicks in your butt, Brian. Is that what she told you? Did you feel good about it?
Dude,
yes,
let her say. Yes,
is it like a line? Is it like a line of dicks, or are they all going in at the same time?
Well,
it's a pentagram.
A semicircle.
No, it's a pentagram. That's what they do.
But again, is it like one after another, or is it? Is it like a hot dog eating contest? Or is it like
it's like a car
trying
wash.
to sharpen a giant pencil on a tiny pencil sharpener?
It's more like an assembly line.
It's like a car wash, right?
Like
you go
through
and they're just smacking your face like a car wash.
So oh yeah, okay.
King Handle says it's my favorite LGBTQ plus podcast. Yes, we're back. It's the Hot Gay Podcast. Hallie Templeton says, "No dicks for me. I guess Brian was cuter than me."
Well,
that's how I felt when I was in the Boy Scouts.
Yeah, nah, listen, when it comes to like that age group, the women usually do get left out. It's usually the dudes that get diddled.
Diddle me this.
Sorry. Why is that? Why? Because like, do you hear, like, put it this way, like the Boy Scouts, right? We know they were rampantly raping these kids in the fucking woods, right?
They were, and did you hear that they're changing to just Scouting of America now? It's no longer going to be the Boy Scouts. They're changing their name.
It's the Scouts now, right?
Scouting of America is what it's going to be called. But I don't know what Girl Scouts is doing. Is Girl Scouts?
They're going to be part of that, probably. Yeah, they got to get mixed in. You know why? Because Girl Scouts, other than, they put them to work selling cookies. It's not, they don't go camping most of the time. Give me a fucking break. It's horrible. Same thing they did with the Girls Club. They had to mix it with the Boys Club to make it the Boys and Girls Club, because they know you can't just have a club with just a bunch of girls. It's going to be nothing but fighting and hating, and it's just going to be horrible. So they had to get in with the dudes.
I got my merit badge and taking my.
I already started with my. I already started. Were you a Boy Scout?
I was a Boy Scout.
Did you get diddled?
No, because I was late a lot.
Oh yeah, wasn't a good Boy Scout.
Seems like the thing that they do. I think they did it first thing in the morning, and I was never there. I always miss that part.
Tristan is here, baby. Tristan, is that Tristan Rigo? We live, baby. Tristan, I gotta ask you, is that a painting? That picture of you right there, is that a painting, or is that like a college? Is that like when you like your yearbook picture?
Yeah, from
Or is that your
2003.
fucking Tinder picture? That's not his Tinder picture. I'm pretty sure his
Nah.
Tinder picture, he doesn't have his shirt on.
I think
Definitely
that looks like
not.
it was taken at somebody's Sweet 16 or something.
Nah, it's like it looks like a headshot that's a little processed.
Yeah, that's right. That's what it is. It's very strange. It's a little bit weird.
It looks painted.
Yeah, it's like it looks like it's got a filter or some kind of weird.
Dude, immediately, anytime, even virtually, Tristan comments and you just start shitting on him.
You just start going at him. I love Tristan. This is my LinkedIn profile. I'm not gonna say you don't look good. You look very handsome in the picture. That's what makes me question about if you have filters on there, because in person, you know, you don't look that good. Tristan Riga, you know what? I didn't join the live stream to get a new complex. Tristan, I love you, man. I love you, dog. I don't know why you still hang out with me, because Brian's right. Every time I see you, I just start ripping into him. Unless there's somebody there that me and him start ripping. Like if Adam's there and Brian's
like Adam's around. Yeah, I was gonna say if Adam's around.
You know, he's very high on that totem pole of getting ripped. He doesn't get ripped unless it's just like me, him, and you. You know. I usually use him to go at people with. But we're glad you're here, Tristan. You got a slow day at work. I know you're on call. You know. Oh, by the way, a big Rated G shout out to Michelle.
Yeah.
Right, and her daughter Tiffany.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Two of our regular listeners. She just had the baby boy. I don't know if she's gonna jump on today. She's a grandma.
No, last I saw, they were doing well, but there was the baby was.
It came out early, so
the baby was a little premature, and I believe it's in NICU, which is like the ICU for newborns. Yeah. But I think everything's like okay, right?
That's what it seemed like.
It seems like everything's okay, but it's just a little premature, and they have to do the premature.
They have not announced the name yet.
They have not. So for right now, they're calling it TBA.
Yes, it is, man. So we do not know the name of our new grandchild, Brian.
TBA Balducci. I don't know.
Or you know your uncle Brian, right? With Brian.
Yeah, I would say uncle. I would say uncle.
I fucking turned around. This motherfucker's just. Oh no, he's still there. Oh. Because the chair was moving. I'm like, wait a minute. Maybe the motherfucker just turned into a ghost.
That was pretty.
Yeah, I realized that I have a hard wire that I wanted to plug into this computer.
Where does that plug into? You got to stand up, take your pants off. Does it plug into the front or the back? How big is it? Is it an 1/8 inch or a 1/4 inch? TRS, extra ring, tip cock ring sleeve.
Oh my God.
That's a sound guy joke. I just tip cock ring sleeve. I just made that up.
He's on a roll today.
Yeah.
It's a guy's
roll. Yeah. All right. Sorry. I guess that cord is.
I am on call. Just came to say hello. Love you guys. Enjoy. Tristan, don't go nowhere. Don't let us chase you away, man. Hang out, man. Hang out. Don't go nowhere, man. Hey, Sean, what's up, baby? What's going on? Hello there, G Gang. Hello there, Sean. Sean's part of the G Gang.
Missed you last night, Sean.
Yeah, man, we miss you over
nice
there.
To see Jeff. It's always nice to see Jeff, but that's what I like about the big room, that everybody gets to play.
You know, yeah, it's good to see Jeff when he's awake. we got a sound guy who literally suffers from what's that shit that puts you to sleep every now and then?
This podcast.
See, now you know where this is gonna go. Now you know where this is gonna go.
How can I not say that?
I thought it was good, but you know, some good things come with a price. I'm just saying. Now, don't say nothing if I start, you know, narcolepsy. Yeah, there you go.
Sean has narcolepsy?
No, not Sean.
Oh,
Jeff.
Oh.
He literally falls asleep, man. One time I went up, the music didn't even come on at all. Then I was like, into my first joke, he starts playing the music. I'm like, did you just wake up, dude? What the fuck is going on, man? Shit. Stay awake, dog. And it was good. What's up, baby? Welcome to the show. We got the whole gang. The whole gang's here, man. Rated G. I can't smoke in my house right now, so I had to smoke before the show. Although you got a vape, which I would appreciate, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
So how was the show last night?
It's fucking great. Everyone did well, man. They actually liked him.
Actually like me. They like me at the back. They like me in the second half when G came out and let them know when they should be laughing. Then they were. They were like, "Oh, that guy, he just came out, so he's laughing. There must have been something to laugh at there."
I've probably seen you perform maybe like 15 or 20 times. I've never seen you
not have a fun set.
No, I've never seen you not hit your beats or hit the jokes. I've just seen people not laugh before. But it's different. It's different when someone else goes up there and bombs. They're not doing well.
But yeah, if they don't get his joke, he'll still
that's what it is.
Get a laugh.
Yeah, they don't deserve it.
They don't deserve you.
Yeah, all right.
One of the greatest writers of our time. That's what's going to be known. Watch, mark my words. I'm never wrong about these things.
Now, I'm
wrong a lot, but not about these things.
I've been watching a lot of older Dom sets, and there's some shows.
Huge influence on me, Dom Herrera, as a kid. My God, I mean, when I was in high school, we used to go back and forth saying I could recite. One of the first guys whose jokes I could recite. Dom Herrera, Damahama. It's just like, just the idea, just the very base. You know, he had that one. So I used to be the lighting director on the Joy Behar show, and I met Dom, and I told him this joke. I think I told you this story, but I told you this joke. He had this joke where he was making fun of an old comic who had a joke that went like this. I went to the doctor. He asked for a sperm sample, a stool sample, a urine sample, and a blood sample. So I gave him my underwear, which, I mean, to me, it's such a great joke. And I told Dom how funny I thought the joke was. He goes, "No, but you get it. It was an old guy." And I go, "It's all right, Dom. I know that that's not just what you do, but that to me is so funny that I could recite it over and over and over again." He's one of the guys.
The name of that character.
Say his shit over and over again.
Yeah, it was.
Who was your first? Who was your favorite comedian when you were younger? Not the first, but like, who was Was it Dom?
It's hard to say because I knew what I didn't like. But I mean, I remember really like Dennis Wolfberg, who he was like a New York guy. So he wasn't a joke guy, so it was really hard to say that. I didn't really I didn't really have a real first comic that I identified with until Mitch, and that was, I was in my mid-20s by that point. But I used to watch stand-up because in New York they had a show on Channel 5 from 11 to 11:30 on Saturday. It was 11 to 12, but on 11:30 I would change over to SNL. But it was stand-up. It was like Comic Strip Live, and it was hosted by either Gary Kroger or Wayne Cotter, and they brought people on. They had Bill Kirkenbauer from the fat bald dude from My Two Dads, and that's where I first saw John Panetti. You hear 4 Hour, that guy. I saw him before anyone knew who it was. And
you remember the first stand-up thing you saw? Like
that was the first time I really saw stand-up. That was like 1984.
Mine was Dangerfield.
The Dangerfield specials?
See, I never had cable.
That was the first one I saw. The first comic that really I got into was Robert Schimmel.
Oh, yeah. Schimmel was another one.
Fucking great.
So, yeah.
Died in a car crash with his daughter driving. That's fucked up. Right after he beat cancer, too, man. Talk about a hard fucking fail. Yeah, but that was the first one I saw. Andrew Dice was on there.
Yeah, that's the one Dom was on. It was Dom. It was Dom, Dice, Schimmel, Barry Sobel.
I saw
Carol Leifer was
Rodney
also on that.
Really big on making sure that people didn't have to struggle the way he did. Where if he saw somebody young, he put him on.
Yeah. Dom also said he talked about Rodney a bunch because they were close, and he said that Rodney didn't get along with the comedians who were the same age as him, and I think they kind of like looked at him differently. So he said that Rodney got really close with all the guys in like Dom's age group. Those were his friends rather than the guys who were older than him.
He was putting people on, man. He was putting people on. That's where I first saw what's his name too, the screaming dude.
Kinnison.
Yeah, Kinnison. Yeah,
I don't remember. I think
Kinnison. They were all on the same show too. It was crazy.
Yeah, that one Bob Saget was on that one too.
Yeah. Robert Schimmel really popped out to me, man. That dude was really good, yo. It was just the way he did it. His whole life.
Everyone who was on that one had huge careers.
Yeah, man. Robert would have too if he didn't die in a car crash.
I do remember that when my sister saw Stephen Wright was on SNL in like 1985,
Wright,
and when my sister saw him, she just
Mhm.
like, and we watched it, but it didn't. I don't think I got it. But she would say a lot of his jokes back to me, and I think maybe that is the answer to the question from 90 seconds ago.
Yeah, the two things that I remember seeing first was one of Seinfeld's albums that my parents had. It was a Seinfeld album they had, Ray Romano album, and a Chris Rock album.
He had a Ray Romano album.
Yeah.
I guess a lot of people did. He went on to become very big. I mean,
yeah, I mean, you know, Italian guy from New
I got a
York,
Bill
you know.
Cosby album.
I got a Bill Cosby
The Spanish Fly one too.
I used to put that Bill Cosby
I have
album.
I have a Cosby coffee right here.
We both made the same joke at the same time.
Oh, you said you used to listen.
I said I used to listen to that Bill Cosby album to go to sleep.
That's actually really
not
good.
Even,
Oh, that's
too
better.
smart for me.
It's not even a joke. I have Bill Cosby album on tape, and it's got
he has the kind of voice that'll put you to sleep.
Well,
he probably didn't even need the Spanish Fly. He could have probably just talked to them, and they would have fell asleep eventually.
Well, you listen to those things again. You listen to those things enough, and like the first 3 or 4, if you listen to something like that in a row, even I bet you, if you did it with Bill Burr, even though you really like it, I bet that 4th, 5th time, it just becomes like songs, and you don't. It's easy. It becomes easy to fall asleep to.
Yeah,
because you can weave in and out of it, and when you're not listening, you just fade right out.
I go to sleep to the first 48 hours.
The first 48.
The
first 48, not the first
48.
48. Yeah.
First 48.
First 48. Yeah. First 48.
I thought you meant the first 48 as opposed to.
I can't go to sleep to movies. I wind up watching them.
Yeah.
But the first 48 and Forensic Files.
I don't.
Oh, what
you got to try going to sleep without any of that. No TV.
Yeah, I usually don't.
No
I usually
sound.
don't have anything on.
Well, no, I have abandonment issues. I think that's what it is. I got to hear something playing.
Yeah, but put on like a white noise soundtrack or a fan.
Whoa, dog!
I can't. There's 7 people have a white noise joke on their album. I'm not even going to tolerate it right now.
I heard one last night. I heard one last night. Actually,
it's like it's one of the. I know it's just no. I mean, there's a lot of comics who have. I fall asleep to white noise, and like I don't even like
Oh no, yeah, I know who has that joke.
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, I like I said, I think their voices put me to sleep. I could barely get past the cold December night and shots rang out. By the time they get to, he was rushed to the hospital where he died. I'm usually starting to fall right out, man. My eyes are like this,
I'm
knocked out before they even get to the interrogation room.
Yeah, this is what puts me to sleep. How you guys feeling tonight? Good? No, isn't that the right answer? And then I'm out like a light.
Okay. Everybody wants to throw shots today. See, not for nothing. I think you can see in my face that I'm in a very peaceful mood.
No, I would say outwardly you're trying to show peace, but inwardly, serenity now.
Serenity now.
Insanity later.
Pins and needles and pins. It's the happy man that grins.
You already know me, dog. It's insanity now, serenity later.
Yeah, no. Speaking of Seinfeld, I know you watch Unfrosted, Adam.
Oh yeah.
Did you see Unfrosted?
I did not see Unfrosted.
But he also hasn't seen Old Dads.
I don't.
He has a problem with comedians who are successful making movies and stuff like that.
I didn't necessarily say that.
He's like, what they're going to do next? Make an album? They're going to start doing music? What's going to be next? I did watch it, and I'm not going to lie. I fucking loved it.
Same, dude.
I love it.
Same. I absolutely love it.
I'm mad Ray didn't come on right now because Ray hated it. And I'm like, how could you hate it? It was an amazing movie. What are you expecting? It's about Pop-Tarts. What are you expecting?
The thing that I also like is he has a joke. Have you heard that the joke he does about Pop-Tarts? Yeah, but have you heard the whole bit he does on Pop-Tarts?
No.
So I was like
I'm not
watching
a big Jerry stand-up fan.
Fine.
I watch him. I watched him. He does make me laugh every now and then, but I'm not big on the stand-up. I like more his show.
Right. Yeah, but he had this joke about Pop-Tarts that he was trying to get right, and he didn't do it for like 7 years because he just kept writing this joke and it wasn't where he wanted it, and he couldn't figure it out. And he said something that like it was like the Pop-Tart came on the scene and the back of my head blew off, and that was like the joke that like took him the longest part to like get. But from there, during COVID, he decided he wanted to turn it into a movie. So I thought it was cool that
Is that what he told you?
He didn't tell me, but he said it, he said it online somewhere. So and that's where it came from. But I thought it was cool. He had Burr, he had
Burr was great
everybody.
in it.
Yeah.
He played Kennedy, he was great in it. Even Amy Schumer, who looked horrible. And I don't mean like, I don't want to sound like an idiot. I'm not even talking about like she just looked rough.
Bloated,
I don't know. Maybe
bloated.
it's ever since she started being political, she just.
Well, now that is
isn't
one thing I
attractive.
wanted to talk about the movie. What little things did you see in there that were a little? That's a little political. That's a little woke for me.
Well, right off the bat, the movie starts with the Asian kid. It's supposed to be
exactly,
like back
dude.
in the
Yes,
day.
yeah, dude. Yeah,
Like, it's supposed to
exactly,
be
bro.
back in the day, and it
Yeah.
starts with the little Asian kid walking into a soda shop and sitting there, like he's running away. And I'm like, a little Asian kid?
Yeah.
Really? I mean, wasn't there a war going on at that time? Like, I don't know, like if Asians were running around America like that at that time. When did the Asians start coming out here?
It was definitely after World War II.
I'm saying, right? It was definitely
Yeah.
after.
What do you mean by when did the Asians start coming out here? I mean,
I don't mean like attacking. I mean like when they started.
There was a huge influx of Chinese in the second half of the 19th century into
break that chair, man.
Well,
this motherfucker think I got
yeah. Turn of the century.
I would say because the building the railroad, a lot of the Chinese built a lot of the railroads, and that was in the 1870s.
Right.
So there was a lot of, and then basically they moved all west. That's where the idea of the Chinese laundry came from in San Francisco, because that was the only thing they were able to do. That's where the whole idea. That was only in California. The only thing that they were allowed to do is wash clothing. That's where the whole idea of that came from.
Okay, but when did they start coming out? I don't feel like that's a bad question to ask.
No, I know, but so the answer is
why are you yelling at me?
The only
right here, man, between the two of you guys.
The only films that they were in the 70s had subtitles in them. They weren't in major movies like that. It wasn't until Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan was like the first.
They didn't come over till Jackie.
No. But that was the first time that they were in any big movies in America. Like Jackie Chan.
Bruce Lee, dog. Okay, you're saying that Jackie Chan came out before Bruce Lee?
No. I stand corrected. I'm not allowed to. Are you attacking me for being wrong?
That's
am a man that can admit to being wrong.
Actually, I didn't know if you were wrong. I was just kind of listening to what you said and saying, what? See, you're bringing out the corona crease, man. The both of you are making my corona crease get deeper.
This is going to be a shame.
Yeah, but either way, right when they did that, I was like, oh, all right.
And then Cedric the Entertainer was in it too, which I was like, yeah.
Cedric, I like Cedric. I mean, I don't know the background or whatever, but in movies, I'm not a big fan of his comedy. I'll keep it real. But in the movies, what, you sucked his dick?
No, I think he's part of that whole.
He might be. Look, he might be, but I haven't heard nothing about it yet. So I'm still gonna fucking be able to watch him on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I
mean,
mean,
you can't get rid of all the fucking good fucking actors out there, man. You can't get rid of them all.
Uh-huh.
It's gonna have to get to a point where we're just gonna have to go by numbers. Like, how many did he diddle? If it's under 5, is it even diddling?
I don't think so.
You're still just testing the waters, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like that a lot.
What?
We're gonna have to count on how many did they diddle. I like that a lot. That's funny.
I'm just saying, man. It's getting to a point. Funny. I can't watch Tom Hanks movies. That really bothers me.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't. And I used to love his movies. And then when we come out of COVID, his first movie is about him protecting some kid who everybody else wants to rape. It's like, I'm the one that protects him. Everybody else wants to do that. Get the fuck out of here. Your bullshit, propaganda, garbage. It's just annoying. You got some comments here, man. Themor asked, did Brian win the vacuum of Kill Tony? because you suck. Nice prop. Oh, the vacuum behind.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit, he just finished cleaning.
I did, yeah. And actually, I rearranged the furniture in here. We're trying to get a little
the living
more.
room where the kitchen was and the kitchen where the living room is. Now everything goes to the right.
Adam,
he moved his keys to a different hook. That's rearranging the furniture.
No, I pivoted the desk. I pivoted it. I guess what was that?
You pushed it closer to the left wall.
No, I did it 90 degrees, where before my back would have been facing this way, and I had this window with the light coming in.
Oh, that's right. Now we see a window.
Yeah, but now it kind of like segments it a little bit, but it also opens it up, you know?
Dude, your background looks like those chicks who be in dirty underwear trying to put up trap videos on Instagram. And you're like, look at this bitch's house. She didn't even look.
I mean, I gotta say,
thong, and she got all her fucking shit behind her looking like shit.
Follow my new channel.
I just cleaned my house. I just cleaned. I mopped. I swept. Right. I just cleaned the whole fucking house, dusted with a duster. Right. Do you see my fucking vacuum behind me, dog? Respect the fucking show, man. Get a better looking background back there.
Well, I gotta work on it. I'm not done yet.
What is that? A litter box? You don't even got a cat. What is that right there?
It's an air conditioner.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's
a tiny sandbox.
Yeah, it's an air conditioner.
That's an air conditioner.
I got to say though, I've been to Brian's house, and I think Brian's got a pretty good life. So I think.
Oh no, Brian got a good life.
Brian got a good life.
He's just got a small house.
He got a small house.
I mean, it's in Manhattan at like in the 80s and shit.
Hey, easy.
You know, I didn't say west, south. Let them look for you, man. Look, dude, you're easy to find. Okay. You probably haven't turned your location shit off your Instagram.
Just go to the $3 hot dog place.
Exactly. Hey, Jasmine, what's up, beautiful? How are you? So glad you made it, ma. Hope you're having a good day. I'll definitely call you later. Meant to call you yesterday. I don't know if I did. I'm burnt. I forget. I think I did. I don't think I did. I don't think we spoke yesterday, but I'll call you later for sure. You know. But yeah, no, I thought the movie was freaking great. I loved it. You know what I'm saying?
It was still dumb. That's what it was.
What do you expect? It's about Pop-Tarts. People are, it's about Pop-Tarts, yo. I thought the whole thing was funny. Post against fucking Kellogg's, the whole shit.
Yeah.
There was so much. And then there was a lot of Easter eggs and shit. You know, the little wheelo.
Yes. And then they had Putty was in it. Yeah, Putty from Seinfeld.
Patrick Warburton.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He had a little cameo. I like the award show thing that they did. I thought that was funny.
And they were winning everything.
Yeah, and he's like, we own it.
And even the fact that you know they created it because it was pulled out of the garbage.
Yes, that was funny. Yes, that was great.
You know,
and they had the workout guy. He was like, it's high fructose corn syrup.
Oh yeah.
Like the fact that they were like
with the sugar.
Yeah, they were kind of like making fun of the capitalism part a little bit, which I like.
The sugar shit where he goes, yo, he likes entertainment. And he goes, we'll talk, sit down, hold on. And they got the guy.
Oh, that's right. They had the Colombian, it was basically like a Colombian guy, right?
Yeah, they bought all the sugar from Colombia.
Yeah, that's right.
It was a good fucking movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I don't think we destroyed too much about it, but I thought it was good. You know, he didn't even watch Old Dads.
Old Dads, I thought was excellent.
And I would have thought he would have watched it because, you know, he's an old dad. Would have been able to fucking relate. You know, that's another one that he had to throw a little wokeness in there. But, you know, what are you going to do? We just finished watching the Bill Burr, Bill Maher episode, Bill Maher's podcast.
Oh, yeah. How was that?
Bill Maher is such a pompous ass, man.
Such a bitch.
He thinks better than himself.
He
looks down even on himself. Like he's so high up there, man. He looks down on himself.
He's like stupid high too. He's not high like it's
like I'm high.
Yeah.
Where I'm able to hold a fucking conversation. He's like a dummy.
His attitude about the reason his whole thing is that he's super smart and super successful and all these things. And then he's being a stupid idiot. And you're like, it doesn't work in that situation. And he's talking down to Bill Burr, and Bill Burr is not having it.
He's ripping him apart, dude. ripping him apart. Because the truth is, he's not that smart. He just knows a lot of words.
Yeah, I mean, Bill Burr even said at one point, he goes, a lot of the shit that you know isn't even smart. It's just obscure. And it's like, right, like, who cares? It's, you know, you can make a reference to the Algonquin Round Table. Just because you know what that is doesn't make you smart. You know what I mean? I know what that is.
You just look like a douchebag.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, that's his thing.
Yeah, he's just a fucking pompous idiot. And it's fun to watch Bill Burr just look at him and go, I get it, all right? You're the one that didn't have any friends. They hung you by your underwear in the locker. I get it. He goes, now you look down on them.
And the thing is,
he looks down on everyone.
I think the thing is that Bill Burr's attitude is, I think Bill Burr's attitude is not even that I'm annoyed that you are, or that you pretend to be smart, or you think you're smart. It's the fact that you look down on everybody. I don't even care about your own opinion about yourself. It's your opinion about everybody else that bugs me. That, I think, is what's kind of great about it, because you could be really self-confident and not be shitty about other people and just want to help other people learn more stuff. Really smart. I think that's how you know really why smart people is, because they want to share their knowledge with you. And like shallow, pompous asses just want to show you how much they know that you don't know. To me, that I think.
Well said, dude. Yeah, well said.
Well, I'm sorry, what?
I said, well said. Yeah, you're right. Well said.
No, that's actually the Demo says Adam and G remind me of grumpy old men. Grumpy oldish men. Nah, I'm old, man.
Yeah, we're old people.
I'm not young. I'm old. Even though I don't know, man, it's hard to say. Like, motherfuckers is hitting 80 now like nothing.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers are hitting 80 like nothing.
Yeah, but those are, you know.
What?
People who took care of themselves.
Really?
Exactly.
Not necessarily, man. Not necessarily.
I mean, not necessarily.
Come on, man. Fucking what's his name still alive? How old is Ozzy Osbourne?
He has a lot more money than you.
Doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
But dude,
yes, it does.
Dude,
you know what Ozzy didn't do? Ozzy didn't move
bed.
his whole apartment by himself at 56. Ozzy didn't do that.
What
53. Happened? Ozzy didn't move his whole apartment at 54.
No.
So he's saying that you're that.
Yeah, I know. I'm just a beast. I know what he's saying.
Yeah,
he's saying, I ain't like normal men, son. Yeah. I'm an animal. I'll be right back. You guys chat.
Oh boy, this is
I gotta run downstairs.
Okay, he's gonna.
I'll be right back.
All right.
What's he got to let somebody in?
Don't worry about what I'm doing. Just do what you gotta do. Have a conversation. Can you hold it down without me for a fucking second?
You're just leaving the podcast. You just decided he's not going to be on the show anymore.
Without Gary G. Garcia, I suppose it's
Rated G with Adam G. Gabel and Brian T. Licata.
I did hear about this. Oh, I was thinking about this. This I was actually going to bring up. Did you hear about this? The Avril. Have you guys talked about the Avril Lavigne conspiracy?
No.
Oh, this is kind of fun because it's stupid. So supposedly, okay, this is what I was reading about yesterday. And you look it up. So they say that the conspiracy is that Avril Lavigne killed herself right after her first album came out in whatever 1999, whatever it was.
Yeah, 2001, some shit.
Whatever it was. And she had been, the album was recorded and she had been reluctant. She had been becoming reclusive, and the label was worried that she wasn't going to want to tour. So they were training somebody to do press appearances for her and this person had to learn how to be her for all of this time. And then she killed herself, and the label just slid this stand-in in for her. And her name is Melissa. I can't remember. You got to look it up.
I got it right here, actually.
You got it over there, right?
Yeah, so it's the Avril Lavigne replacement theory.
Yeah.
She died in 2003, shortly after the release of her first album, Let It Go, and was replaced by a body double named Melissa Vandella. Evidence, the supposed subliminal messaging in her follow-up effort, Under My Skin, in a photo shoot in which Lavigne has the name Melissa written on her hand. The theory is that the subject of the BBC Sounds podcast who replaced Avril 2011 from Brazil. That's where the theory kind of originated.
I mean, some of that
doesn't look like her at all, bro.
Yeah. I mean, it's a fun thing to it doesn't look like her at all. You're right.
Yeah.
But it's just a fun thing to to like look at, and oh yeah, I mean the article that I read said that they started the thing as and described it as a hoax, but the people who believe it say that person did that just so that they could get it out there without getting too much focus on it. You know what I mean? Like that the people would know. You know what I'm saying? Like the person who first started the blog said this is written as a hoax, but the people who believe it say that the original writer only wrote this as a hoax.
So they didn't get
people,
right
to throw people off, but they knew that people would, something like that. Anyway.
More says Mandela, LOL. You know, we got Lauren in the house. Lauren, what up?
Gay.
My dad's alive at 84, ate awful, never exercises, has no money. Yeah, I know.
No money.
You know, are still are like King Handel says G has to feed his hostages. More says,
I actually did.
More says it's an old man thing, probably bladder issue.
It's more of a prostate issue.
And we were talking about Avril Lavigne being having a replacement. Isn't that the Gaga story? Yeah, I've heard a story like that about Gaga also.
Yeah, so I was reading.
Yeah.
Lauren's
also in the house.
An article yesterday about how
what was that? What did Lauren put up there? My dad is alive at 84, ate awful, never exercised, and has no money.
Right. The story we were talking about was about how
I'm telling you, people living longer. But what's the story? That Avril Lavigne ain't the same person.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I heard that too. Yeah,
yeah. I was reading an article about it yesterday, and so he talked about it a little bit. It's an interesting little thing.
I will say this: Kanye's not the same. Okay, and what's his name? Brower. What's that comedian's name?
Brower,
the one that always looks drunk. That's his whole thing. He always looks drunk,
Brewer?
but he's not drunk.
Brewer? You talking about Jim Brewer?
Brewer. Jim Brewer.
Oh, yeah.
He's saying, no.
Oh,
he's saying,
yeah, we got to get him on the
Roseanne
show.
On Roseanne's podcast, he said he doesn't think Chappelle's the same.
I've heard that.
He said, I'd be lying if I said I really don't know. That's what he said.
Well, you know what's interesting about Jim Brewer is that Jim Brewer and Dave Chappelle had a pilot, backdoor pilot made out of Home Improvement. There was a time when the two of them had a contract with ABC. So Brewer and Chappelle worked very closely to develop that pilot for like a year. So they were and they were in
Bring up the clip.
How High? No,
with Roseanne.
What's the one that they're in? What's the one that they're in together? The High movie.
Not How High. It's Half Baked.
Half Baked, right? And they were in Half Baked together. So
See,
Brewer would know. Yeah.
Even Themore said it. Chappelle.
The place not even close.
Yeah, he's not even close. I mean, the dude is fucking huge. His face don't look the same. His voice doesn't sound the same. I know my voice has changed over the years too. You know, like if you listen to the album, everybody always says I sound very much more like high pitchy. Yeah, you're younger, but he doesn't have the same voice at all, yo. I would believe, but then again, it's like, so yeah. Put on this clip real quick.
HBO.
You can't hear that, can you?
Yeah.
Oh, you can?
Not when you're not playing it, no.
No. Or not HBO, Comedy Central, and all this shit, right?
The worst bunch of people on earth.
Horrid.
Mm-hmm.
He then, while he was on the show, when it was blowing up, and we were.
How many windows you got open on your fucking computer right now?
Yeah,
Brian?
that was fun. I did that too.
Brian.
He's
not even here.
Is he doing that shit again?
Yeah. How many windows do you got open? You're not even
Yeah,
watching this.
I'm here.
You're like, what are you doing? Are you trying to suck your own dick under the table? What's going on over here? Am I bugging?
Get it up, you fucking jerk off, dude.
And now
relax.
you're
Fucking chill, dude.
You don't get
I
good
know.
internet
Relax.
service
We're having a
in
little
New York?
technical difficulties, and you're flying off like a maron.
You acting like this isn't what I do.
Dude,
That's what you act like this is new. All of a sudden I'm out of character. What the fuck are you talking about? This is me. This is what I do. I can fucking complain. Sometimes I'm nice for no reason. I'm like fucking the Sour Patch Baby shits. First they're sour, then they're sweet.
Cabbage Patch Kids.
You're about the size of a Sour Patch Kid.
Short jokes are easy. I expect more from you, dude.
That's your fault.
Yeah, I guess it is. I can't even argue with that. What's going on there, Brian? You seem a little lost.
No, I'm just trying
He came there and he was freaked out.
Yeah.
I said, what's going on? And all I could say is he was visited.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
what I
shit.
think too.
And when he told me who visited him, my heart stops for a second. I'm like, get the fuck. And I'll never forget, he went, you believe me, right? You believe me, Jim, right? And I could, he's like, they came to me and he said the names. I'm like, get the fuck. And what happened? And then all of a sudden he went to Africa.
Yeah, that's what I remember happening, but they never really said what happened. Was he threatened? I mean, I don't know how much you want
I
to-
don't
You
have,
can't.
that's none of my business.
Okay.
But I know
Look
for
how nervous they are.
he said,
Yeah, dude.
First of all, dude, why is it running so slow? That's first of all. It's all choppy. You must have a million things open. Secondly, where were you just now?
So the audio for some reason isn't coming through my headphones, so I was leaning forward to the screen where the sound was coming out so I can hear.
All you have to do is explain that to me because I'm a little confused. But yeah, so that dude's saying that when he came back from Africa, he did the Oprah show. And then after the Oprah show, changed. Next time you saw him, he was like twice the size. I don't know, man. See, my thing is this. Like, if it's not him, right? Then they found someone that I'll say resembles, right? I'll say he resembles because if nobody even brought it up, I'd just be like, damn, he changed. You know what I'm saying? But they found someone who resembled him and is still mad fucking good at like still great as a comedian. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the problem even with like the Paul McCartney thing. Which nowadays sounds a little more believable now with all the shit that's going on, right? But even the Paul McCartney thing, okay, let's say they changed them. Because you could find people that look alike and give them face things to make them look like people, sure. And then you could always say, well, they aged, so they look a little different, sure. But this dude went on to write mad great songs after that. So they found a dude who looks like him. And I mean, someone else could have been writing the music, of course.
Right. But I mean,
but it's in that style of I don't know.
My whole thing about that is, but then you look back at what happened. If the guy doesn't, you think they put the guy in and then 2 years later he's like, fuck you, I'm gonna walk away? That is what I don't understand about that argument at all. It's
because he could walk away, but he's still under their control.
But
Silver Hammer, man.
But how is that better for the people? I mean, I guess maybe the argument could be then you got 4 times as many albums to put out. If you have, instead of one Beatles album every 6 months, you got a new you got a Ringo Starr, you got a Paul McCartney, so maybe in that way it's like better.
Look, everybody, Ringo wrote a song.
Right. So yeah. So
we're gonna put this on the refrigerator so everybody can see it.
Well, but you know,
Timur says you have to watch the new shows. He's not great at comedy.
I liked all his last specials.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I saw him in San Francisco a year ago, and I mean, it seemed like Chappelle comedy. It looked like Chappelle, but I was also on the upper level.
I mean, like I said, people change. He's just really big, even like the shape of his head. But I guess if you get really big, you're gonna get that Tristan head.
Yeah,
you know. But Tristan, you still there?
No, yeah, I think he's gone.
Left, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get that Tristan head, right? His head's starting to get a little more rounder.
Right.
You know, as he starts saying, he's trying to turn into a muscular Uncle Fester. It says, "Hey Adam, ever punch an Asian in the face?"
I have not. Is that a question? Is that a reference to Gary punching an Asian in the face?
Yeah.
You know, I've never.
I didn't punch because he was Asian. I want to make that clear. I don't want people to think I'm out there spreading Asian hate.
No.
Which I don't believe exists. I've never seen anyone, never hung out with anyone who went like, these fucking Asians, man. They're doing all the math. I've never seen anyone angry at them. I've never seen one getting like fucked up in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen it. I've just never seen it. You have?
I've done it.
Oh, you just hate. You spread the hate. I'm not
I
even
don't. I don't spread it. I just direct it in front of me. I don't spread it out. It's usually isolated incidences.
You just want people to think you're racist. He loves everybody. Man.
I don't. I have never punched. I tried to punch somebody once, but they hit me first. I hit my
We've
head.
shared that story.
I hit my head on a parking meter, and that was
And then
I bit my tongue. So I've never. That's as far into a fight I've gotten. So no, never punched an Asian in the face.
But you've never been knocked out.
No, I've never been knocked out.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
I knocked myself out.
You've knocked yourself out.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
he says, like it's normal. Like what?
I mean, yeah, certainly.
It's like it's like shit in your pants, right? Everybody's done it. No,
I mean, I drank like a whole fifth of like shitty gin when I was 15. And I passed out at the beach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But that's not knocking you.
It's just getting blacked out drunk.
Because you got punched in the
what
face.
did you have going on
at
at 15? You had to do that.
You ain't knocking this dude out, dude. He got punched in the face, then hit a fire hydrant.
Not a fire hydrant, a parking meter.
A parking meter, which is, you ever fucking try to steal a parking meter? Them shits are fucking heavy, dog, and you can't get into them. That's how fucking thick those shits are, man.
Yeah.
I remember one time we stole a parking meter back in the day. It was loose. So we shook the rest of that fucking thing out and brought it to my man's house, and we couldn't, no way to get into those things, man.
Really?
Yeah, I think we threw it off a roof, too, and it didn't even fucking...
Yeah, I mean, it's like solid metal box.
Yeah, you can't open those things, man. It's fucking... Oh, I don't even think the plastic,
What did you do?
We left it at my man's house. I don't know how he got rid of it. He had to throw on the skateboard or something.
You need
they're heavy too, boy. Woo, heavy like a motherfucker.
I would think that you would need to take some time with the fucking drill and drill a bunch of holes into it slowly, and then finally get around, and then you drill holes in between the holes.
Why not just drill right through the lock? There is a lock there. They have a key.
Yeah, the lock would be good.
All right, so there you go.
Well, I don't know, dude. You tell us. Why didn't you drill through the lock?
Yeah. I mean, you have all the answers. Why don't you just drill through?
No,
you.
No, you. You were the one who did it.
Why did I drill? Because I don't even know how old you were, but I didn't have a drill.
Oh, I see.
You should have boosted a drill.
I didn't have a drill. And what did they put in there back in the days? Quarters? Yeah, quarters.
Quarters, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. How much could be in there? How much would we possibly score?
$60.
I mean, it was loose. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like we were like, let's rob a fucking. It kind of happened innocently.
Yeah.
Well, it was one of those innocent crimes. It just happened. Like when you sit there drunk talking with your boys and like you all decide that, that person's a dick. And then one of them, just jokingly goes, we should kill that motherfucker. And then everyone's like, yo, word, man, what we could do is, and they all start coming up with ideas of how to kill him. But then one person comes up with an idea that's actually doable, where they're like, why don't we just go to his house right now, ring his doorbell, and just start stabbing him with his own kitchen knives? And everybody goes, yo, yeah, let's do that. And then they all do it. Like it started out innocent. You understand what I'm saying? Like the intention wasn't there until everyone realized this dude was a dick. And that's how it was. Like we were like, oh, look at this, it's loose. And then, we kept like pushing it. And then someone said, oh, I'm sure we could probably get it out. So it started innocently.
Hold on. I got to go home and throw away all of my kitchen knives.
Well, they were his
you know what I'm talking about, right? Like that's how bank robberies happen and shit too.
Yeah. I think they're a little more organized than that.
Teamwork.
I feel like they're more organized than that. No.
Are they?
A bank robbery? Yeah, I mean, some of them are
that hard,
calculated.
dude. You give the teller a note.
I told you I was in rehab with the kid who robbed banks.
See, look at that. You was in rehab with a kid who robbed the bank. How hard could it be?
Yeah.
Now getting away with it is a different story. And of course, the real money's in the safe.
Yeah, but that was his.
How many robberies do you see them going in the safe? You haven't seen a big robbery like that since like what?
Well, no, it's dumb, dude. The banks have it so locked down that it's just you might as well just get counter cash.
Well, they also might as well be like 7-Eleven. There's no money in here. There's no
they have
actual
10 grand
money in here.
The kid was telling me that
7 o'clock
they'll have,
or whatever
they'll have about 10 grand up front. So you just ask
that's
for
what you're gonna get 10 grand.
Yeah, but dude.
So the trick is to have like an organized bunch of dudes in a line, and then they all go up to the tellers at the same time. And then everybody passes them a thing that says empty the fucking thing. Don't put no fucking pop shits in here.
Yeah, but
or
that's
I'll
too many
shoot you in your
people,
face.
dude. You got to go in dolo.
They all just
in
go in,
dolo.
boom.
You
But
get
they only get like 10 G's.
Yeah, but still, do 10 G's.
Not life
You hit
changing.
3 banks in one day, dude. Throw them off.
You can't hit 3 banks in one day.
Not you can't.
People have tried. Better people than me and you have tried to hit 3 banks in one day.
Better than me.
They get popped. You wind up getting popped. They had those cops who were robbing banks, man. Even them motherfuckers got caught. If you're robbing a bank, you need to modernize your criminal activities.
You saying do the shit online? Yeah. Just like steal some money from someone's Venmo or something like that.
I hate that shit, man. I hate what the internet has done for criminals. Like they can get your information. They have all these things. Like, man, you want to rob me? Show up. Whatever happened to showing up, putting in the effort to show up and be like, give me your shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like those motherfuckers who cut the line at Dunkin' Donuts because they have the app and now they're cutting the lines. The fuck is that? Come over here and order the fucking thing.
Are you saying that even the criminals are working from home?
Yeah, man. That's bullshit, man.
Yeah, you sound like the guy. You're like, I can't believe everyone wants to drive one of these cars. We got the horse right here. It's good. It's a nice companion animal. It gets you where you want to go. You don't have to go too quick.
Understand the
trot. And then they just want to zoom by in these cars with their gasoline and all this shit. It's sickening.
I can ride a horse. That'd be a cool thing. That'd be a cool way.
Can you ride a horse?
I mean, you can ride a horse. Yeah, I mean, you can ride a horse.
You've ridden a horse before?
I've ridden a horse.
Really? Where?
No, I mean, a dude ranch.
And you went to a dude ranch?
Yeah, I went to a dude ranch. I mean, I couldn't ride a horse. Like I have ridden a horse, but in the reality of thinking about it, I couldn't ride a horse. If you just put me on a horse, I wouldn't be able to ride. I mean, I thought I could, and then as soon as you started to challenge,
what are you saying right now, dude?
I would like to ride a horse.
It's a long way of saying he can't ride a horse.
But I would like to ride a horse.
I think everybody would like to ride a horse.
That's what I meant.
Well, not everybody. I guess if you have really big balls, you want to stay away from horses.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a painful ride. But other than that, most people want to. I think I could hold on to the neck. I don't know if I could be on the reins and shit, because that's like riding a motorcycle, just holding on to the back. That's why I don't get on the back of motorcycles, because I know I'm gonna have to wrap my arms around, and I'm not doing that to a dude.
No, you want the strap, and then you gotta get in the you have to like move with the horse so your balls don't bounce. That's you sit up in the stirrups and then sit back, up and back, up and back, up and back.
Yeah, I mean that part's not that hard.
I don't know what he's doing over there, but it's suspect.
No, yeah. No, I mean I've ridden horses before. I can ride horses.
Are you like as in where is
I'm an equestrian, if you will.
You rode a horse?
Yeah.
I mean, I've ridden a horse.
So wait, how do you do that? You put the horse on his back, spread his legs, and then what do you do? Go in scissor style?
I go
like Catherine the Great.
Did she really die because she got crushed by a horse? Oh, so she survived all those sexual encounters.
She survived all those sexual. She died choking on a ham sandwich.
King Hansel says, "Are Adam and Gary trying to tell us something? What really happened on the road, guys? This is a safe space."
Listen, man. What goes on the road stays on the road. All right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think we're trying to tell you, man? Gary blames all these cameras, cell towers, and GPS tracking. I don't blame nobody.
No, he's telling you to blame that. He's not saying you do blame it. I think he's saying, Gary, blame them.
Blame all these cameras. Oh, yeah. The minute the cameras started popping up, I was already pissed. And I'm telling you, they're going to start having them on the highways, dude.
They already do, bro. In New York City, they got fucking cameras all over the place.
I mean,
there's cameras on all the highways right now, dude.
You're
look.
in New York. They're watching you right now. But what I mean, cameras that give you tickets. You know what I'm saying? Like the ones
have those.
where you live. They have them, but they're not all over the place. I still do 86 on the fucking Garden State.
Mm.
They still have to catch you.
Oh, yeah.
Not making noise. Yo, you could grab what you got to grab. You know what I'm saying? Like they in the whatchamacallit zones, they're doing that now. So be careful when you're driving through those work zones where they tell you 45 miles and you think you can do 60, 70 and you'll be all right. Nah, they got those cameras there, man. I got hit with one of those, man. It sucks.
Yeah.
And it, like whatever happened to the fucking, like you have to catch me. You understand what I'm saying? They're taking the fun out of everything, man. They're taking the fun out of cops.
Dude. It is gone, and it is never coming back. It is gone, dude. Fundamentally changed after 9/11. That was it, dude. You want to pick a day? There it is. Changed everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
Dude, they started putting cameras up
that's
everywhere, dude. And the feds
that's the
gave out
equivalent of
so
AC
much
jokes when
money.
Mike got punched in the eye. That was when everything changed.
Oh,
No, I think
If you want to pick a date,
I think part of that though was the fact that there was a smaller attack on the World Trade Center just less than 10 years earlier.
well, it was 93, but that
93.
wasn't when the surveillance stuff started.
No, but what I'm getting at is because 9/11, because 93, and then less than 10 years later, 2001, they're like, oh, we really have to change things now because it's not going to stop.
No, dude. That's not what happened at all. It's not what happened at all. I don't think. I mean, I hear what you're saying, but the 1993 attack, I really don't think had anything to do with the 2001 attack. The 2001 attack was coordinated, probably planned, and organized by a bunch of people, right? Because then you can just look at what happened afterwards. They used it. They used it as a pretense to invade Iraq that had virtually nothing to do.
Nothing to do.
Yeah, had zero to do. And the whole weapons of mass destruction thing, they use that as, dude. The same thing's happening now in Russia and the Ukraine. They're using the invasion of the outer region of the Ukraine to be the same thing for us to jump in. And now, did you guys see the Prime Minister of Slovakia? The Slovak Prime Minister got shot at. It's the same shit that happened with World War I. Gavrilo Princip killed Archduke Franz Ferdinand, and that's what kickstarted World War I. And now we just got a guy in the same area where the same war fucking happened, got shot. So it's only really a matter of time before it's full scale.
Everything repeats itself. I mean, look now, 30 years ago, right? The Rangers won the Stanley Cup and the Knicks almost won the championship, right? And now, if I'm correct, the Knicks are still in it, right? All right. So with 30 years on the dot, the Knicks are still in it. And if I'm correct, the Rangers are looking pretty primed to win that cup.
Yeah.
They're looking good. You know what I'm saying? So I think the Knicks are going to lose and the Rangers are going to win and we're going to go to war.
Yeah. I mean, people, even 40 years ago, people were using that same joke format too. What
joke format?
That everything old is new again. And people have been. I'm getting at is that
King Hannah says, run for office, commit insider training, rinse and repeat until rich. But he also wrote, you skip the first one he wrote. He says, run for office if you want to get away with shit. That used to be the case. That's what I talk about when I say perks. There used to be perks that came with those shitty jobs of working in office. Now you can get busted. You could be president, and then afterwards they'll go back and grab you and put you in jail or try to put you in jail. They'll indict you 4 times. I've never been indicted once. Never. The King Ann says, Brian, do you want your electric vehicle or not?
No, dude, I don't want anything with that. I want gasoline.
Oh, but I'm the dude who said, oh, what do we need a car for? We have this horse right here. No, that's you. That's you.
No, I'm not saying cars are bad. I like cars. I like gas cars.
Yeah, no, I don't want that fucking.
I like gas cars. I like gas cars with no computers that are just all mechanical.
Yes,
that's what I like. I've been reverting back to a lot of
nice
stuff.
Steel bumper.
Yeah.
Remember when you could hit a person and it didn't even dent your car?
Dog.
You hit like your average, because I remember a lot of kids got hit by cars when I was coming up. That was a thing. You know what I'm saying? Lights, fuck a light. And for some reason, I think they sped up, to be honest, because it doesn't happen much anymore. But back then, kids were getting hit by cars left and right. Wouldn't even leave a dent. You think a 14-year-old would leave a dent in an Impala?
Not at all.
Hell no.
My first car
hit another Impala, and the both of y'all would be like, "Oh, all right, my bad," and then go along your way.
Yeah.
Nowadays, cars are accordions, man.
My first car was a '88 Chevy Celebrity. This thing, and I had somebody, a kid, rear-ended me in a snowstorm, in a Hyundai Accent, and his car was totaled, absolutely totaled. and on the back you had a dent this big in the chrome bumper that you had to like look at the right
Yeah.
way to like see
Yeah,
that it
man,
was
bring
done. And the
back
kid,
the metal bumpers.
yeah, the kid was like, I don't understand what happened. I was like, bro, metal, styrofoam and plastic. Like, what do you think, dog?
Bring
it's
back
like,
the metal bumpers. I want those heavy cars, man.
And he was at fault too, right? Because
he was, yeah, he
you
was at fault.
rear-end
Yeah,
somebody that
Yep, it was his
You're
fault.
getting your EV whether you want it or not. I don't
So what did you
want
do?
it.
Did you make him pay for the $300 to fix your dent in addition to the $5,500 to fix?
No,
his car?
I didn't do anything. I mean, I think the cops came and then he got, I can't remember if he put it through his insurance or what, but I mean, I didn't care. Yeah, I didn't.
That's what I'm saying. Bring back the old fucking.
I had white walls on it too. Thing was a beast. Fucking love that car. I had a burgundy.
Bring back those cars where you can drive through fences and shit like that, man. You know,
like the Blues Brothers. You couldn't make the Blues Brothers today because the cars wouldn't do that.
No, and they watch all these movies now where these cars are doing all these jumps and shit. Get the fuck out of here. Shit's been breaking half. You know, what was the Getaway? Remember that? The crazy car chase? The Getaway? Put up the Getaway car chase.
You're talking about the one you
with Steve McQueen. The Getaway.
Oh, I don't know.
Put in Steve McQueen Getaway car chase scene. You couldn't do that nowadays, man. Yeah, I'm going old. I'm dating myself.
I thought you were going to talk about the French Connection. That's what I thought you were getting at. But that was wrong about that.
The French Connection was the chase with the train.
Yeah, Papa.
Yeah, no. Put that up. This is the chase.
I can't play the sound.
Don't play the sound. You don't need to see the sound.
Yeah, it'll get taken down.
No, go further. You got to go to the chase where they're chasing.
Is that Ali McGraw?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's not even it, man. Car chase scene. Where is it? Man, where they're going down these crazy hills. Oh, here. Is that it? No, it's not even it. There's a famous scene in it. This ain't it. Where they're going down these crazy hills. I think it's probably San Francisco. San Francisco known for having all those hills.
Yeah. Are you chasing on Bullet?
Oh, yeah. Bullet. That's it. Is it Bullet? Is it Steve McQueen too?
Bullet is Steve McQueen.
Yes, Bullet.
I think you're thinking about Bullet.
I think that's what I'm thinking about.
That's the one that I would have thought.
So I was wrong.
I mean, The Getaway is a Steve McQueen movie.
Yeah. But that's not the scene I'm thinking. Bullet is the one I'm thinking.
Bullitt. I had this joke about. They call it. That's why they call it the Bullet Spot, because Steve McQueen used to do stand up and he always wanted to go first.
Yeah, actually, this is it. What is that? Is that a Mustang?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a Mustang.
Nice.
Oh, Mustang. That's when fucking cars were cars, man.
Yeah, it's a 65 Mustang.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a 60. Yeah.
Yo, your internet is really sucking, dude.
I know, dude. It's really bad.
Like, really sucking. Right there's the scene. There you go. Look how these dudes go down these hills. Oh, never mind, man. Your shit is sucking. Check out the Bullet fucking thing, because Brian can't do it.
Brian is San Francisco.
Slow flow. Look at the way these cars drive, man. You can't do this anymore. I mean, you can make the turns like that, but when they hit those jumps, it's not happening. And by the way,
that's a stick shift too.
Steve McQueen was the shit. Okay, he was the shit. Paul Newman, close second.
One of the comments on that video says, back when putting on a seatbelt meant you were about to do some serious driving.
I was actually pissed back in the day when we had to put the seatbelt on. Like, I was like, what the fuck, man? I didn't want to put a seatbelt on. I thought it was corny as fuck.
Yeah.
And now I just throw it on, man. I've been trained. You give me a couple of tickets and forget about it, dude. I learn quick.
You got tickets for
this? Yeah, you know what I missed too?
When they first started this shit, they were hitting everybody for not having a seatbelt, because that's how they got everyone to rock the seatbelt.
Right.
I miss being able to drink and drive. We've talked about this on the show. Not drunk driving.
It wasn't like
drinking and driving. Very different.
That's what I did. I used to drink and drive, not drink and then drive. It was drink
drunk
while
driving.
You're driving.
Drunk driving.
My father had the floor of my father's car was all empty beer cans. Both sides. You go in, just empty beer cans. Like, you have to kick them out the way to find a place to put your foot. You know? And I remember getting pulled over once with my father, and the cop was like, "Can you make it home? How far do you live?" And he said, "I'm 2 blocks away." He said, "Do you think you can make it?" He said, "Yeah, I'm 2 blocks away." He said, "Drive slow." It wasn't that they encouraged it. It was that there was no law against it. You know what I'm saying? There was no law against it back in the
I
day.
think also probably though,
Unless you hit somebody. But there
Well,
was no,
it was-
like, if you
I
get
think what
caught,
really
you get a
happened is I
DUI.
think
There were
that-
no DUIs back in the day.
I think the population jumped too much, and then it was the Mothers Against Drunk Driving with a couple kids that
Yeah.
got killed, and that
Well,
was
like I
that was-
told you, back in those days, man, there was a lot. Yeah, and the kids, you know, was it drunk driving or was it kids not being taught right? Went to cross the street, cross on the green, not in between.
No, it was there was a lot of suburban mothers.
That's
in the
horrible. Because I
80s.
actually have a lot of friends who got hit by cars when I was young.
A lot of suburban mothers in the 80s when it became fashionable to like buy your kid a car when they were 17, 18, underage drinking. And because they couldn't go to a bar and drink, they would go to the woods and drink. And then they're drunk driving home. That was really what the push was against. It wasn't, nobody gave a shit.
Well,
about
it was that mothers lost their kids to drunk
that's
drivers.
mothers lost their kids to drunk drivers, but not that the kids were getting hit, that there were other kids who were driving in cars. It wasn't necessarily pedestrians getting hit. It was accidents being caused by that.
But the Mothers Against Drunk Driving was a group of mothers who lost their children by getting hit by drunk drivers.
Yeah, or in driving them, or being drunk,
or being drunk and driving.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, King Handel says DeRay Davis had a funny bit about not wearing seatbelts and getting pulled over. He said, "What if I want to kill myself and go through the windshield and you just messed that up?" I refuse to say on the live. I appreciate you, King Handles, for looking out for me
to skip banned in the comments
and trying not to get me to say those things. But I refuse to say that on a live. What does that mean?
Yeah. There's like this thing.
Does it mean you're a zombie? What does unalive mean? I'm not you, King Handles, because I know why you did it, but I'm just saying, like, the fact that we use these words are ridiculous. Once you say grape, 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 and we know it means rape, 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 then aren't you just saying rape? Wrong.
Yeah.
That's all you're doing. You're saying the word wrong.
And there's like the difference between evolution
and anyone who don't believe that, try being a white dude, complete white, like Adam. If you don't believe that, let Adam go to fucking Harlem, walk into the blackest fucking barbershop there and say, "What up, my ninjas?"
Which I would never say.
And see if you change the way the word is said, if it's gonna mean anything when everybody knows what you're saying. You understand what I'm saying? It's stupid. Yeah. They start using abbreviations and shit. He was SA'd. SA'd. You say that enough because eventually you got to go, what does SA mean? And then you say sexually assaulted. And you go, oh, well, if he was SA'd, if we know what it means, then that's what you're saying. All you're doing is abbreviating it.
It's like Voldemort.
Fucking, what's like Baltimore?
No, it's like when people say
Voldemort from Harry Potter. That was like a thing in Harry Potter. You remember that?
He who must not be named.
Yeah. They wouldn't say his name.
But isn't his name Baltimore?
His name is Voldemort.
But they would call him he who must not be named, or he who. Yeah.
The narrator gave you his name and would refer to him as Voldemort this, Voldemort that, but the characters would always refer to him as he who must not be named. So you knew what his name was. Mm-hmm. But it's like when people say shits and giggles. That doesn't mean anything. That's not.
Why you never giggled when you shit?
But that's not what the expression is. The expression is let's do it for grins and giggles. And then one day somebody said shits and giggles, and it was funny. And now you just say it as it to be funny. And yeah, that's the expression is.
I thought it was shits and giggles.
No,
every time I take a really good shit, I giggle a little. I'll be like, and I'll be like, like the dude in Dumb and Dumber. Remember when he blew out his ass and then he was just like,
the expression.
I thought. That's shits and giggles.
No, that's not what that means.
Technically, that's shits and giggles.
I'm not saying that what you're saying is wrong. I'm just saying that's not what the expression initially was.
Well, that's what it always meant to me.
Okay, well, all right. Now we know what shits.
But then that's my reality.
Now we
see how that fucks up now because that's my reality. That's my reality is it's always meant shits and giggles because people giggle when they shit. So when they do it for shits and giggles. That's my reality. What's the matter, Brian? Your eyebrows getting too heavy?
They are, yeah.
Is your hair giving you a headache?
Eyebrows get heavy because I don't want to spend extra $3 at the barber. They charge you extra money to do your eyebrows, so I just go home and do it myself.
Oh, really? My son does his eyebrows, but he has no choice, man. He was blessed with a wicked unibrow from his mother.
Oh, wow. I never really thought about that, but yeah.
Yeah, the unibrow is a murder. He didn't get that from me.
I got it
They
too.
know where they know where they end and begin.
I remember
All
on
right.
Night Court one time, Harry Stone goes, "Wow, when you said he had a unibrow, I thought you meant over both eyes."
Wait, what?
He goes, "I thought when you said your boyfriend had one eyebrow, I thought you meant over both eyes." It was on Night Court. It was just a funny line. Like, so she described it. The guy has one eyebrow, and then he comes in and he's only.
Oh, you got one eyebrow, and he thought it was all right. I get it. That
One over each.
King Handel says, "Well, Voldy actually cast a spell that whomever said his name, their location would be revealed." And then what? He would swat them.
I didn't know that.
I
Is that
forgot
true?
that part. There's books
I know
just-
nothing about any of that because I thought it sucked.
Yeah, well,
I also thought Lord of the Rings movie was too fucking long. And then how many did they make of those things?
they made too many of them. There
And-
were 3
and
Lord
each
of the
one-
Rings movies,
and
then
each
they made
one
3 other movies.
Was like 3 movies in itself. I remember watching Lord of the Rings and first thinking, wow, this was a decent movie. And then I realized it wasn't over yet.
Yeah.
And then it went a little longer. And I said, well, a little long, but still a good movie until I realized it wasn't over yet. And then it went on and I went, this movie sucks. There's no way I could actually sit and watch 9 other movies of this shit put into 2 movies. Get the fuck out of here with that long ass bullshit.
I remember when I was roasting Kelly, I said Kelly's favorite movie is Lord of the Rings, which makes sense because she also has an end that goes on forever.
Because she also has a what?
An end that goes on forever. Like it's got a big ass.
Yeah, I guess you have to know her.
No, not really. It's just a roast joke. But
Speaking of roast, did you check out the Tom Brady roast? I watched it, man. It was good. I mean, the ending was the worst. Like they brought up the worst people last.
Who was up last?
Tom Brady. Before him, they had who was it?
Peyton Manning. We watched
Peyton Manning.
I watched I guess we watched the Andrew Schultz and on last night.
Yeah. Up to
nice.
Andrew Schultz, it was banging. Andrew Schultz was good.
Yeah, he was good.
He was
Oh,
good.
All that I saw that I liked.
Everybody after that was
Ben Affleck came out. It was a lot of
Ben Affleck didn't even look like him, dog.
I go, oh, Ben Affleck is up. And he goes, who is this dude? Some kind of like, I go, no, it's Ben Affleck. And he goes, yo, that, because I guess they had been calling him Affleck the whole time,
the whole
which is
time.
what I said too, just to be cute. It's like a total shits and giggles moment, actually, just to call him Affleck. And I guess you didn't even realize that it was the same dude until I said Affleck.
they kept calling him the boss of Tom Brady. They kept saying that, so I thought it was a dude who worked in the organization. I thought he was like an owner.
Right.
And then this dude shows up. He looked like a Spanish dude, not even like Puerto Rican. He looked like, I don't even know, like almost like one of those fucking
like Mediterranean guys.
Yeah.
Like from
That's
the
what he
south
looked
of
like.
Spain. Yeah.
Yeah. And the motherfucker is Ben Affleck. J-Lo made that motherfucker Spanish. He looked Spanish. He got work done, obviously. He was horrible, dude. I don't even know what he was fucking talking about.
Yeah, it wasn't very good. And it's weird because
it was literal
it's
babble.
Weird. It's weird because the general consensus about Good Will Hunting is that Matt Damon didn't do too much and Ben Affleck wrote the whole thing. And then you're like, but ever since then, he just only does it sound like an idiot all the time.
He is a moron. The dude was horrible, man. I couldn't believe it. I was like, first of all, he didn't even look like him, dude. He didn't even look like him. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, J-Lo definitely fucking, I don't know, man, but that motherfucker looked, finish it off. I got another thing. That motherfucker looked horrible. He sounded like a nut. He sounded like some crazy ass nut.
It wasn't quite clear what he was saying. He certainly didn't know what it was. It was
Bill Belichick was good. Bill Belichick came up there. That was pretty good.
Belichick.
Belichick. Belichick, whatever his name is. That was kind of moving. At one point he's like, I really am, I really do like to laugh and I'm a warm-hearted guy. And everybody was like, and he goes, oh, come on, man. And then they all started clapping because he seems like he's actually outside of football a pretty decent person. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, he's just got to be so intense.
He just got busted. He just got busted coming out of some young chick's crib or some shit like that because they brought that up too. Oh, they went hard on Giselle leaving this dude, yo. They went, Stormy, what's up?
What was the joke?
New profile pic. Did the hair. We like. Rated G approved.
They said that guy, They said that the guy from the promoter from
Spit it out.
the UFC, they said that, that he was hanging out with the promoter from UFC because he wanted to learn to fuck a Brazilian out of half of her purse or something like that.
That's great.
It was
Dude,
that was really good. Who was that? That was Andrew Schultz.
Andrew Schultz.
That was really funny.
Said that Dana White. It's funny that she's hanging out with Dana White because she wants to learn. She wants to know how to fuck a Brazilian out of half of his purse. Yo, they said, what's her name said, you know, Tom, you doing this show is probably the second dumbest decision you ever made. The first one was saying, hey, baby, maybe you should take jiu-jitsu classes. He said, that's fucked up. You got a guy who can literally fuck you up while he's eating your lady's ass. I said, damn.
Didn't he say he could kick your ass?
Oh, kick your ass while he's eating hers. That's what he said. That's the funny way to say it. Yeah. Yo, they went so hard on that, though, yo. So hard on that. Like, I don't understand why someone would go through that. Like, my thing is, if I ever allowed that, which I probably wouldn't, I don't even like to do roasts, you know, but if I ever did allow that, it would have to be people that actually know me,
right?
That I would allow to do that because they would know what going too far is. There is no not going too far. No, there is going too far. You know what I'm saying? Like when they did the roast on what's his name who passed away with the glasses, that he was the father on that show.
Bob Saget.
Bob Saget. A lot of those jokes were all about fucking the little twins.
Yeah, but the thing is that if you watch Bob Saget's comedy,
I understand
he talks about that shit.
I understand
that is Bob Saget to a T.
I know Bob Saget was a slime.
Yeah.
He was kind of a slime from what I'm hearing. I mean, whatever, but I'm just saying that right there is like on television.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're doing a TV thing. That's not, you know, you could do that in a bar. It's not being filmed.
I'll tell you, I've done a lot.
But it was all about that.
I've done a lot.
You know,
I've done a lot of roasting, and the one time somebody said something that really was too far. It wasn't even a joke. It was just sort of sad and mean. They were like, what do you even? Because I was doing Fight Club in the basement of bars in the Village. And this one guy's like, what are you even doing here? You have a family. You should be home with your kids and your wife. And I was like, that kind of hurts. It's not even funny. It's just like a mean thing to say. That was going too far for me. But you can say whatever you want about me. I mean, I like it because I heard the same.
For me, say what you want about me. But if they said something stupid about my daughter, you know what I'm saying? I probably have a problem with that.
But the thing
my
is,
son,
like,
you can get away with it because my son, you know, he hangs.
He'll handle it himself.
You know what I'm saying? But say something real like rude, you know, about my kids, and I don't know. I might have to see you after the show. I'll wear it, you know. I'll be like, oh, and then after the show, I'm gonna be like, yo, my man, let's talk about that real quick because I don't know you like that. That's the thing. Like a lot of people didn't even really know him. They know who he is, but they're not his friends.
Right.
You know,
I feel like you got to have your friends do that.
Yeah, I think so too.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, Tom Brady got to send Ray Lewis to handle that situation. The only way he can recover. That's pretty funny. But they also the massage and Robert Kraft joke was a hit. Remind everyone of the kiss. Y'all see the Brady Kraft kiss. Yeah. Yeah, man. Listen, first of all, Brady's wife was a witch.
Here it is. See it?
Yeah. Oh, on the mouth? Was that on the mouth? Did they lip it?
Yeah.
Ugh. I mean, look, if you're gonna kiss a dude, man, why that old crinkly? Must have been like, oh.
So you're saying that you would want to, if you were gonna kiss a guy, you want it to be like Chris Hemsworth or like a Timothy Chalamet?
Oh, like a Tom Brady. Oh, yeah. Brady rated G approved. Gay. Yo, man, but like I said, they just went really hard on that a lot. They kept bringing that up a lot. I like when Kevin Hart said, you know, you got to live your dreams, yo. If going 9-6 is your dream, go for it. What's it going to cost you? If it costs you your wife and your kids, it's worth it. Going 9-6 or something like that. I mean, they went at him hard. Stormy says, I feel like it's always the people that go with someone's kids during a roast is because they can't actually be funny. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, look, when we roasted Terry, and that was fun, but everyone there was his friend.
Yeah, everyone there was his friend. It was
you
all
know,
people
and you roasted the shit out of me, and everything to me was funny as fuck.
We had a good time. That was a good time.
You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker went up there with like a book. He was ready. This all ready. He just
what were some of the jokes? What did you say about Gary?
You don't want to roast this dude.
It was pretty fun. I like it. I do a lot of roasts, and honestly, I like it. What I don't like is I've heard the Marge Simpson joke. You know what I mean? I've heard all the lame taxi cab. Bring something new.
Bring the heat. Adam Gabel says, "Bring the fucking heat if you're coming to my roast, son."
Tommy said,
no, it's King Handle.
King Handle says some of those owners and players have a strange relationship, like Don Sterling gazing at all the players in the shower. Yeah, he's picking them out. Like what was that black dude's name in the Dragon movie, Enter the Dragon? Remember they brought all the women in the room and shit, and he was like, "I'll take you, and you, and you." That's what he's doing when he's watching them shower, dude.
Sounds like my fraternity initiation.
Yeah, man. I'm pretty sure you know a little bit about that, dog.
I do.
I know at some time there was a hot dog in your mouth or something, or in the crack of your butt. They made you like get in doggy style and lay it there. They put a hot dog in the crack of your ass.
Mm-hmm.
You know, made your frat brothers eat it out.
Mushu.
Chris Tucker, Mushu.
I thought Mushu was Eddie Murphy, wasn't it?
I think he was saying what they call that meal.
Oh no, Mushu. Eddie Murphy was a character called Mushu in Mulan.
So
maybe I misunderstood.
Yes, yeah, I think you're right about that.
I think maybe I misunderstood what King Handle said.
I did. I definitely misunderstood.
Mushu.
You know, I don't know.
Misunderstood.
You know. But yeah, man, it was a good roast up until the end. Like fucking what's his name was horrible, and then Tom Brady.
To me, it's like I didn't see most of it, but when I saw, I was like, I don't understand. You have a lot of very funny people, and a lot of not funny people, and this thing is too long. Just get rid of the people
that are not funny.
Yeah, even if they're there on the night of.
Yeah,
cut them the fuck out. I don't want to see that shit.
Well, I mean, it was live.
No, I know, but
the one we watched wasn't. They could cut them out now and make it shorter. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they could do that for the people who are watching it now. Why should we have to suffer? Do that garbage. And even him, like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, when I saw the Justin Bieber one, I'm not gonna lie. When Justin Bieber got up at the end, he like, you know what I'm saying? He like reduced everybody. You know what I'm saying? He got up at the end, did his shit. Tom Brady got up at the end and made you hate him. It was just like, I'm the shit. I'm Tom fucking Brady. Then he goes at every fucking city from every team. He's like, fuck New York twice. And then he's like, fucking Philly is like this and Kansas City is like that. And I'm like, what, is this motherfucker never plan to travel again? Like, does he never plan to travel again? Because even if you got security guards around you, you got to eat out every now and then. Yeah, go ahead and eat in Kansas City in one of those restaurants. See if you're not getting a little cum burger.
Well, I think
you know what I'm saying.
Most people
a little spit spaghetti.
I think most of those people probably hate Tom Brady anyway. I think Tom Brady,
regardless,
they're not gonna like him anymore now. And at the end, the only thing I gave him props for at the end is, even when he said to the other dude, "You can never be me. You can stay in my shadows. You can follow me. You can wear the clothes I wear. You can swim in my pool. You can watch my TV. You can bang a chick every night. You'll never be me."
So weird.
Not. Where's the joke?
Yeah, it was so weird.
You know what I'm saying? It was like,
you know, you gotta watch the. It was
cringeworthy. And then at the end, he just basically ended it with like, "I'm fucking Tom Brady. Fuck everybody," which I gave him credit for that. He should have just came up and did that. He should have got rid of everything else and just came up and said, "What? I'm Tom fucking Brady, yo. Fuck all of yous." He could have didn't fuck you.
He did have one thing.
Fuck you. And then looked at the crowd and said, "And thank everybody for coming." That would have been funnier.
He did have that one joke that we both liked where he said, about the Deflategate that NFL spent $20 million investigating, and at the end they came up with the conclusion that I probably did it. They should have just given me $20 million, and I would have said I did it.
Yeah, he said, and I would have just confessed to it.
Yeah, I would have just confessed.
That was the best thing he said. Yeah, that was actually pretty good. Funny is funny. You can't, because I was already hating him up to the point that he said that.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I think you got to watch the Rich Voss roast that they did.
King Handel says, I don't think the rest of the country likes the Patriots, Celtics, and Red Sox. King Handel also said you have New York City fans worldwide. Can't say the same for the Boston.
New York City and Brooklyn and Queens and the Bronx. It is a brand. You go to other countries, there are people walking around with. I mean, I was in the Midwest with Terry. I posted the photo. We go to a store in fucking Indiana. There's a guy wearing a Brooklyn jacket. It's not even a Brooklyn store. The brand is Brooklyn.
Oh, yeah.
New York, you don't get that any
other
city.
You go to other countries, some countries that think the Knicks won the championship in 94. They're rocking those New York champion Knicks shirts and shit. And they think the Patriots beat the Giants. There's a couple of, countries out there like that, dude. Right? Because that's what they do with all those shirts, right?
Yeah.
To other countries.
That's like when they made that Joe Montana commercial in like 1989 where they thought Joe Montana was going to be in the Super Bowl, and then the fucking 49ers fucked it in the third round or the second round of the postseason, and they had a Super Bowl commercial with Joe Montana playing in the Super Bowl, and he wasn't in the Super Bowl. They spent like $350,000.
There's some countries out there that are completely wrong on the history of sports. But you know what, man? You know what you need to do? Like, if you ever are in a tough game like that and you wind up losing a championship and can't get over it, just go to whatever country they ship the shirts to. And as you walk around and you see your championship shirts, you feel like you won. And they'll think you won.
They're pretty good.
You think they're on to the fact that they're sending them the losers' shirts? Because that would be like sending the stumps of the muffins.
I think that they know the
right?
kids.
Like,
the kids
why
know.
they gonna give us muffin stumps?
No. I think
they made the muffin tops.
I think the reason they're just sending the shirts back to the factories, and the kids are like, "Oh, well, we made this shirt. Now we're gonna wear it."
I mean, I think if you lost the Super Bowl, what you should do is go to triplexplayground.com and get the best communication tool for you and your offensive line. If you guys aren't really communicating right, you can't. You're not seeing those pass rushes. You can't stop the run. Get some better communication going over at triplexplayground.com.
Was that not the worst Triple X Playground read we've ever had on the show? Was that not? I let him go for it. I said, all right, good. Let's see what you're going to go with this. You even left out the roll the dice, get fit. Our slogan.
It was
roll the dice, get fist deep into someone you love.
It was Triple X because it was like the 3 wrong X's on the Family Feud.
None of y'all are helping that read, man.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Father's Day's coming up. Okay? You can't figure out the gift to get your father? Go to triplexplayground.com and pick your father up the best adult tool communication game ever created. He don't get blowjobs anymore. He's been married for so long. So you want to put some spunk in his life? Fuck the tie. Fuck the cologne. Get him triplexplayground.com. Roll the dice and let him get fist deep in your mother once again. Up to 8 players. She could bring some friends along. Triple X Playground.
Pew, pew, pew.
Now that's how you do the fucking read, dog. I'd honestly like a Sixers championship shirt when they played the Lakers with Kobe and Shaq. Well, if you want to buy that, go to go to fucking BrianTLacata.com/shop. Right? And get yourself that shirt that you're looking for. If it's not there, you're already on the site. Why not pick up a Rated G shirt? Why not Rated G drip? A mug, a hat. Why not support? People always saying, how can you support? We're monetized. Feel free to throw some 50 cents tags onto those fucking comments that I got to read so tirelessly. Traveling Runner, what's up, baby? Peace to you too, my brother. Don't be afraid. Start the trend. If you love us, send us 99 cents. All right? That kill you? Fucking round it off to $1. I wouldn't be mad at you. Traveling Runner says, make sure you get Pops a blue pill also and some lube for moms. Yeah, man. That I think that pops up when you order it. I think it says people who ordered this game also bought these products.
Yeah.
If I'm correct, there's a card that you got to use a cucumber. Listen, the game is fucking real. All right. I never played it, but I do want to before I die. Drip G. D Moore, love you, Poppy.
I'm not much of a video game guy. I remember when my kid.
You're a video game guy?
I'm not much of a video game guy. I remember I used to.
I was about to say, what's that mean? You don't film yourself? I'm not a video game guy. I make sure there's no videos playing.
Yeah, I'm an audio gay guy.
Audio only.
What was you gonna say? You're not a video game guy?
I'm not a video game guy. I remember when I was like when all my friends got Nintendo in elementary school, I used to just go over and watch and play.
Well, if they had Nintendo, then they weren't video gamers either.
No.
Yeah, I said it. Fuck Nintendo. All right, Sega Genesis, man.
Well, this is before
Genesis.
Before
all right, PlayStation. I'll fuck
Sega.
Sega.
Great to see you, Adam Themo. See, people
Nice
like
to
you,
see
Adam.
you.
People always think Adam. Adam always. I told Adam I wouldn't be surprised if some people came here tonight just to see you. You know, I don't know. And there were people who came to see him.
Mhm.
Ah, shit! Traveling Runner, baby, just came on and already. Big Rated G shout out to Traveling Runner. See, that's how you do it, people. It's not hard. Not hard. Love you, brother.
Thank you, Traveling Runner.
I was just talking shit, but I realized that, you know, if you don't ask, you don't get sometimes, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, there you go. Cup of coffee all around for the three of us today, guys. Rock and roll. We're moving, man. We're moving. You know, love you, Traveling Runner. King Handle says, anybody remember Dreamcast? I was just about to say, dog, the Dreamcast was the shit. The only problem with the Dreamcast was it was built so fucking poorly that it would just die. It would just die. You don't even have to drop it. Mine died during one of their basketball was the best. Their fucking Dreamcast was the shit. How didn't that blow up? Because I had the Dreamcast in the first PlayStation.
It's the same thing. It's because of its brand recognition. I mean, TurboGrafx 16 was the first one on the market that had the better bits, that had the 16.
What did?
TurboGrafx 16.
I had TurboGrafx 16
And the
too.
thing about TurboGrafx 16 that is still they're just catching up to today was you could play the game in the handheld system and the desktop system. You play the same game and transition because the memory was held on the cartridge, so you could put it at home, play for hours, then take it into if you could afford both. All that shit was way better. This was out when Nintendo and Sega were still doing 8-bit, but they went away. It's brand recognition.
No, 16 bits, and then 32 bits came out.
But
you were able to pop it in the top of the Sega Genesis, and it went 32 bits. I once wrote a song where I went through that whole thing where it was like I was in a video game. You know what I'm saying? And I said, I'm 64. I said, you 16, I'm 64 bits. You can't fuck with this. And no one knew what I was talking about. And I'm like, you're not a gamer if you don't know what I'm talking about. I think I remember, although I'm short like a jockey, I'll hit you like a hockey, checking when I'm wrecking, taking niggas out like Tekken. Giovanni, you wrote in to think of the hidden character inside the game, the missing link with the moves you try to figure. I got you hitting all your buttons, fucking up your triggers. You're now in stress mode. There's no code that'll pass you to the next level. I got you stuck on a board filled with red devils and white knights, but we're all on this. How do I remember that shit? That's crazy, man. I just remembered that whole thing.
What was that from?
It's a song I wrote back in the day.
On the album?
No. This is some shit I did afterwards, man.
G-Boys.
Yeah, baby. I used to write some rhymes. I can't believe I remember that, man.
No, I mean, things did get stuck in our brain. I mean, I could remember this thing my father used to say when I was a little kid. This like nonsense words that I just memorized.
Some of them I remember good. My favorite rhyme I ever wrote, I'll always remember. I was 25 at the time. It was my favorite rhyme I ever wrote. I said, 25 years living mad scars of pain on the brain and the skin, yet I still maintain. If I slip, ain't nobody gonna catch my fall. I wanna cling to the stars, but I ain't that tall. Still I reach words that I say can teach. I went back to the streets the day my contract breached. I guess deep down it's the same old song. I see the days fly by and the nights are long. Seems like forever. Stress never ends, my son. Guess the time don't fly when there ain't no fun. It just keeps slipping. It's hard life, keep us niggas tripping. I used to drop the N-bomb a lot when no one cared.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? No one cared back then. It was just all part of the music. But either way, man. Nah, you give us your time, baby, and your time is very valuable to us,
Yep.
man. We
Yeah, thank you,
appreciate all
Traveling
y'all
Runner.
who stay, man. And Traveling Runner, thank you for the donation. We
Yep,
appreciate,
we appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
He also said, "Oh, please, what's up, baby? What the fuck was with the hole in the Dreamcast controller?"
That was for a screen. You could buy a screen and put it in
Yes.
there, and you could actually see it. But gee,
Yeah. Well, no,
look at this.
there was some games too that you could see. Yeah, that was you put your
Yeah, but
your thing in there, your card to save also.
look at that logo. Gee.
Oh, they molested little boys. Wow, look at that. That's crazy because that's a freaking system that's made for little boys. And it's got the little boy molester symbol on the top of it.
That's the little boy molester symbol.
Could you please bring it up, Brian? The FBI symbols for little boy molester.
Yeah, I'm going to
You can't be more fucking clearer than that. Now fuck Dreamcast. I just realized that's probably why they went under, because they were evil. You know what I'm saying?
here you go.
Crazy. Shit, I go back to Telestar. Talk to me if you remember Telestar.
Here you go.
Yeah, there it is. There's the symbol. Look at that. Come on, man. And the dude's making, kiddie games. I'm old school. I go back to the Sega Master System. TurboGrafx was the original Xbox and PlayStation. I go back to Telestar. Bring up Telestar. 2 knobs, breakout, tennis. It was a fucking line. That's all it was.
Yeah.
And everybody who was righties always fought to get, that fucking side because they were righties. And I'm a lefty. So everybody loved playing me because they were able to use the side they want. But when you had 2 lefties or 2 righties, someone had to use, what I'm saying, a sign that wasn't, your thing. Bring it up. Let's see. No, man, that's not Telestar, man. It's not the original.
No?
It says Telestar, but that's not the original one. The original one is right. The top one, I think it is.
It looks like that.
Yeah, that's the original one.
Oh.
ColecoVision. Interesting. Because there was also a competitor to Atari 2600 called the ColecoVision.
Yeah, I remember ColecoVision.
Yeah.
They had Donkey Kong.
Atari didn't have Donkey Kong.
Because
How about Knock Hockey? You remember
No.
Knock Hockey?
What?
Wasn't
Knock
it?
Hockey?
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was like a wood table game.
I had
remember
that.
Knock
Yeah, I had that.
Well,
Yeah, that shit
although
was mad fun.
because I grew up in the city, so we quickly lost the paddles and
then you use your thumb.
You use your thumb and a checker. Because
because you
inevitably you had
the
one,
checker.
you had one checker.
That's true.
checker
Universally,
set.
that's what happened.
You had one checker set that didn't have enough checkers, so that was the one that you used the checkers. You took the checkers out of that to play with Connect 4 and to play with the Knock Hockey. And you remember you could do the thing where you put your finger up against there was like a square piece of wood.
Yeah.
You put the checker up the thing,
and then you
boom,
push it
and you
and
shoot.
it
If
would
you
hit
did
the
it right,
side.
it would go right. It would
Yeah,
not,
man.
it would. You could hit it
would
right
hit there and go
and
into
go
your thing.
right in. If you could do it right, you could get it right in there.
I remember that. Did
Dude,
you
I
have
remember-
foosball?
No, we never.
Never had a foosball?
I mean, I played foosball.
No, I'm
but
saying,
not
did
as a
you ever
kid.
have one? Because back
No.
then, a lot of kids, it wasn't a good one, but you had foosball. I remember mine, we had it. My brother tried to walk across it, and right when he got to the middle pole, it popped right through and caught himself in the nuts. And he was dangling too. Never forget that shit. That was funny as fuck.
Why did your brother try to walk across it?
Because it was like right up against our bed. So he went to walk out, and instead of going on that way, he just, you're a young kid, you're a dick.
Right.
So he's just walking across it, thinking he was going to jump down and walk out. But right when he got to the middle, bang, and caught himself. He caught at least fucking, I think, who knows, man, maybe one of those dudes might have went up the boop, boop. I don't know. He always claimed it didn't, but I don't know. He was never the same after that. Traveling Runner says, damn, that Telestar goes back to when kids got piled into the back of a station wagon for birthday parties at McDonald's. Shit, my family would be like, we're going on vacation, and they throw us all in the fucking, in the back of the station wagon with my father, his brother, and his kids. And then we'd go and stay at like Howard Johnson for a night.
Yeah, Howard Johnson, man.
Stay at a Howard Johnson for a night, and we were pumped, boy. We're going to stay at Howard Johnson.
You go to the pool because they had a pool, and it was like you walk out you just.
And we would literally stay there like for a night and a day, maybe a weekend.
Yeah.
And that was like, they didn't go anywhere. I think they probably snuck out. For all I know, they were coming to Atlantic City and just left me at a Howard Johnson.
Probably.
Probably. I don't know where the hell they went.
I don't think there's a lot of people who know. I mean, maybe your viewers, but I don't think there's a lot. I remember recently having to explain Howard Johnson to somebody that it was like.
No, dude. I mean, you should.
Are you saying young? Are you saying? Are you suggesting that we have old viewers?
No, people who are more our contemporaries would know it, but people who are in their 20s might not. I'm not saying you have old viewers. I'm just saying the people who are.
I probably don't have no young viewers.
That's
probably.
Oh, we do.
Young people don't like me.
No, they do. They like us. 18 to 24. Yeah, we
full
big 18 to 24.
Well, listen, Rated G is for the kids.
It is for the children.
For the children, we love the kids. Not like love the kids, like the way you used to love kids, with like an actual heart and empathy.
Yeah, it used to be. It used to be when somebody think of the children, and now it's when people stop thinking about children.
The Hojo, LOL.
What's the Hojo?
Howard Johnson.
Oh, yes, right, Hojo. That's right. Yeah, that's right.
And then they called the baseball player Howard Johnson. Remember the dude on the 86 Mets?
Yeah, Howard Johnson.
Howard Johnson. And they called him Hojo.
Yep.
That's right. Now I remember that. Yeah, man.
Oh, you must have been going nuts in Queens when that shit was going on.
Oh, dude.
We were going nuts in Brooklyn, and we were like,
first of all, when the Mets, right before the ball went between Buckner's legs.
Oh man.
I remember I got so upset because I thought the game was over. We fucking lost. I was so upset. I was running into my room and the door was closed, and I kicked the door and I made a big ass hole in my door that stood there from 86 to the day I moved at 40.
On the day that they on the day that
and then I came back out. I came back out because I was like, I gotta watch the rest of it now. I was pissed. I was like, I gotta watch the rest of it now. I know we're gonna fucking lose. And then the ball went between his legs because that's back then I didn't know that's what the script called for. Mm-hmm. And I went nuts. And I'm like, I didn't even have to kick my door.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It must have been going nuts. That was game 6, right? And then
I almost did it again when the finger roll happened. I almost kicked another hole in the door when the finger roll happened.
I don't know what the finger roll is.
When Patrick Ewing did the finger roll instead of dunking the fucking thing so we can move on to the championship.
Oh, I see.
Fucking sucker. Yeah, that's why I'm glad I don't watch sports anymore, man. It brings out the worst in me.
It's really hard.
It brings out the worst in me, yo.
By design.
It really does. I'm so bad at that shit, dude. I'd be bugging. Even when me and my son used to play, I stopped playing my son in sports games on online because we go too hard on each other, and he took away my edge because I used to, I was teaching him to play when we were young and I didn't want to crush him, and I didn't want to talk shit to him because he was my son. And I stopped talking shit. And that was part of my edge. Getting in your head while we played was my shit. And it was good. It says, when you're coming back to DC, buy one, get one at Comet Pizza.
Comet Pizza. That's Pizzagate.
We got a Comet Pizza out here, too.
They
got buy one, get one at Comet Pizza?
That's Pizzagate. That's the Pizzagate place.
Oh,
yeah. Comet Ping Pong.
Over there. That's a little more expensive than I could afford.
It's just $5,000.
This slices are like $5,000 a slice. You throw some pepperoni on there and forget about it. That's right, Comet Pizza.
Boys' pants half off.
Yo, when we went out to DC, man, I ain't gonna lie, there's a vibe in DC.
DC comedy is cool, yeah. And there's
there's a vibe.
Oh,
like there's a like if the walls could talk.
Ritualistic is what I think about
it. Especially when we went by his place where he used to stay.
Oh, the Page Dorm.
Oh man, you could hear his asshole crying out from the windows.
Did you go to school there? I didn't know that.
I was in the Congressional Page program when I was in high school. I was there for half of my junior year, and then the summer after it.
Okay.
Working on the Hill. It was sick. It was awesome. But it made me I was into politics and a big believer of the government until I went, and then I was like,
Oh, interesting.
Big scam.
Being there changed it. It wasn't even, they didn't fool you even while you were there. Well, normally what happens in my experience is that kind of thing, you get involved and it's so much is happening and there's no time to even question anything.
Well, that was, you could see it. So it was really cool. The way the program used to be, it was for all 4 years of high school, but over the course of the years, they made it so it was just your junior year, right? So it was your junior year of high school that I was there, and we would go to school at the Library of Congress in the morning. And then sometime around noon, we would go to work, and then we'd work for, 5-7 hours or something like that. But there were 63 of us and 45 or 40 Democrats and 20 or 19 Republican pages. And it was all based on who your rep was that sponsored you. But you could see people that would, And I have friends from the program that are still there and into politics. And then there's the other group who just completely went the other way. But there's like a big mix. You know, I was me, and there's probably like 5 or 6 of us that were like blue collar, right? There was like some blue collar middle class kids, and then there was some like urban inner city kids, and then the top half was like all like you know, dad's friends with this politician.
Now, when you say urban inner city kids, what do you mean by that?
Black kids from the city. That's exactly what I mean. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Like my friend Keon from Newark, Ashley from.
You think Keon would be happy that you felt ashamed to say, and part of it was black? There were the black kids from the city.
No, because I don't think that's. No, I think it's important. I think what he's trying to get at is that there were basically 3 different segments of American society. There was middle class white people. There were urban people of color, not just black.
Did you just call them colored? Yo, he's taking it way back.
Yeah, isn't it funny that you're supposed to say person of color but not colored?
Now you're saying it. You see what happens here, man? You're starting a trend. The problem is he doesn't know what I'm trying to do.
Instigate, antagonize.
This is all I'm trying to do right here. Like he's still to this day.
Yeah, but it's like because it just makes me angry because I know you're joking around, but that's the problem. It's like. Being Chevy Chase.
He's the problem.
Anyway, why don't you talk, Brian?
No, so it was interesting. The kids who like bought into it like hook, line, and sinker. And I remember being there one day, right? And you know, there was a couple big things that were going on. It was like the omnibus. There was like wasn't HARP. It was like Heart. I think it was like some like housing crisis thing was going on. But I was there. I saw Bush's last State of the Union, and then I saw Obama get inaugurated. So I was there for that time, right? And then it was still like Iraq was keyed up. But I remember being there late one night, and this is what pissed me off, is I had to work late because we were there. If the congressmen were on the floor, we were there, right? So I had a shift where I was working late, and they were arguing.
Accessible and ready for them.
They were arguing about financing for the names of post offices in like Arkansas, Oklahoma, and like all this other shit. And dude, it was a shitload of money, dude. It was like hundreds of thousands of dollars to rename a few post office. And I remember sitting there and I'm like, why are they spending this time to do this? And why does it cost so much money? And then it was just a multitude of just seeing things like that, dude. Like I met Nancy Pelosi a bunch of times, scary as fuck. I met John Boehner a bunch of times.
Did she ever make you have to like have sex with her?
No, but like, you know, when you saw her, she looked fake. Like it was like 100% plastic.
They all look fake. They all look fake, dude.
Now I will say, do you guys remember Ron Paul? You know Ron Paul? Yeah. So
yeah.
Ron Paul did his hiring.
Make me sweat, right?
Ron Paul did his hiring of his interns just like the diner in Seinfeld. You remember that episode when they're like, why do all these women look alike?
Chicks.
Yeah, that was Ron Paul's office.
That was Ron Paul's office. So you used to go there a lot.
All the time. Yeah, we just and it was really cool. It was like all the offices from Georgia, because like Coca-Cola was in Atlanta, so they gave you Coca-Cola and peanuts. The Texas offices, they used to have like, dude, they'd have like barbecues and stuff like that, and they bring food in all the time.
Sounds
and
like
then well, then I would go to the New Jersey offices, and they would have heroin. Forced to try. But dude, yeah, I mean, just all sorts of, like I Anthony Weiner. Do you remember when he was like sending his dick out to those people?
Did he ever send you a dick?
No, that happened when I was there, and then all that shit happened, and then he's still in office, and then it's just like, dude, what mayhem?
Marion Barry, right? Marion Barry.
Yes,
got busted smoking crack, came out and went back to his job.
Yeah. But then, man, I'm trying to think of
that's some shit having a crackhead on your shit, yo.
But that's then
I believe in second chances, but a crackhead is going to do cracky things.
Afterwards, I got into when I started getting into video was in DC, and I worked for Pence when he was the Republican chairman.
He used to make you film his dirty deeds? You have to get that money shot from underneath the ball bags.
Yeah.
Make sure you get the slap of the balls.
Yeah,
That's
hold
what
on one
turns me
second.
on.
I got my door ringing.
Hey, if you guys are looking for something to do this weekend, man, come check out me and my boy right here. We're in AC. We're doing Atlantic City tonight, 8 o'clock show at Claridge. And we have a 9 o'clock show, if I'm correct. It's 9, yes.
9 o'clock at Resort.
9 o'clock at Resorts, man.
And if you can't make it this weekend, I will be back June 8th and June 21st and 22nd.
What's that?
It's always on the website.
Oh, shit.
And
Hold
also,
on.
I just got added to a show at West Side in Manhattan next Saturday at 10 o'clock.
All right, cool. And if you're in New York, man, on Mondays, this is my man right here. We do the midnight show, the Not Quite Tuesday show. Come out and check us out. Saturday, he's not here on Saturday. Actually, Saturday we have Shannon Harris will be out here on Saturday. And on Sunday, we got John Ovales, man. So, you know, there's always things going on. But come out and check him out tonight, man. It's a great show last night. He's going to do a drop-in over at Claridge. And he's going to do are you featuring? Or
I'm featuring on the Buddha's headline and the nightclub show. I'm coming.
I gotta go grab my door real quick. There's someone down there.
Oh yeah, who's down there?
I don't know. I gotta go check.
Okay. Well, why don't you just hang on, man? Why don't we just wrap this up anyway? Because I gotta go hit the boardwalk and sell some tickets.
Right.
You know, so hang on for 5 more seconds. How long they been down there?
Since I just got up.
Okay. Please says they all look like mummies. They're all 20 years above the median age of an American.
That's true.
Yeah, they all look horrible. They blink. They're all very blinky. They're all. You ever see that? Especially those news reporter motherfuckers, blinky bastards, man. But come check us out tonight, man. Go to acjokes.com and see what's happening. We got Aaron Burr coming down. May 23rd.
He's here Friday, Saturday. So it's the 24th.
No, not Aaron Burr. May 23rd, we got Justin Scoop coming down.
Jason Scoop.
May
25th.
25th?
Yeah.
And everything wrong, man. Jason Scoop, man. That's our boy. He's been on the show before. He's been on the show a couple of times, actually, man. Check out his podcast, the Trump Podcast. He's going to be down here. He's coming through with Steve Will Do It. Supposedly, he's bringing his whole crew. You know, big things are happening. That's the place you want to be, yo. Even my son said he might come down for that show. He wants to get a picture with Steve. I said, you know, I'm out here all the fucking time. I can't even get the motherfucker to take a picture with me. Anyway, man, have a great set and a good weekend. Thank you, Traveling Runner, and to everybody out there who's listening, who's still here with us, man. You have a great weekend, too. And I'm going to give another shout out once again, of course, to the Traveling Runner. Supporting the show. All right, man?
All right.
And that's the show, man. We out. You know where to follow us. Peace, Brian.
Peace.
We'll stay on till you get back when you come back.
All right.